It's Portland Bulldogs boys basketball on WPPS TV3. Brought to you by the Portland Public Schools. Promise, prepared, and empowered. Now we send you to the broadcast booth with Steve Schwartz and Frank Myatt. Good evening. It's January 9th, 2018, and we're here at the home of the Sanford Spartans for tonight's exciting boys basketball action between the Spartans and your Portland Bulldogs. This is Steve Schwartz along with Joe Johnson tonight, Frank Healy on camera for WPPS TV3 Sports. Joe, the Dogs come in tonight ranked number 1 in Class AA North. They're 7-0. Sanford, on the other hand, is 1-6. The Dogs had a great game against Edward Little in a hard-fought matchup. How do the Dogs stay in it and not just get complacent?
Right, they have to be careful, and what we call that is a trap game. They don't want to be complacent. They don't want to take Sanford for granted. You know, Sanford has Ryan Martin, brand new coach. Ryan was a great player at Keene State, played professionally. Now he's come back to Maine, picked up a brand new program. This is a great place to play. A lot of tradition in this gym, a big school. So Portland has to be careful. They got to take care of business and do what they have to do and get back to Portland tonight.
Well, folks, the Spartans are led in scoring by Leighton Bickford. Nobody is averaging double figures, but he comes the closest at almost 10 points a game, and we got to watch for him tonight. I hear he's very good in the paint, and he has a great inside game. Matt Romano is a good shooter for the Spartans. John Garnsey's okay. Ethan Shane led the Spartans in their only win, which was their last game against Marshwood. So the Spartans are looking for something to build on, and the Dogs are going to try to just hold it as they have and try to get another win here and make it 8-0. And we'll bring you all of the exciting action in a moment.
First, the starting lineups for the visitors from Portland. Captain at guard, number 4, Teron Moss. Guard, number 5, Pedro Francesca. Guard, number 12, Vinny Yuga. Captain, forward, number 20, Brigham Foley. Forward, number 23, Trey Balloon. Portland is coached by Mr. Joseph Russo. And now the starting line for the Spartans. A junior guard, number 3, C.J. Langton. A junior guard, number 12, Miles Hilton. A sophomore guard, number 20, Ethan Cheney. Sophomore forward, number 15, Leighton Bickford. And the junior captain at forward, number 23, Matt Romano. The Spartans are coached by Mr. Ryan Martin. Officials for tonight's contest, Mr. Paul Burnell and Mr. Chris McClurk. Would you all please rise to the national anthem being sung tonight by members of the Sanford High School Chamber Singers.
So we've got Leighton Bickford lined up at center versus Trey Ballou. Mr. Burnell, the referee, throwing the ball up in the center. One of the more experienced referees as Sanford will go ahead and win that ball.
Portland man-to-man.
Tell me something that I don't already know, right? Now, Bickford trying to move around. Ballou can't do it. So we get to know these players. Is Romano with the ball, covered by Fonseca. Hilton beyond the 3 line. Griffin Foley on him. C.J. Lantain is covered by Teron Moss. Have you seen the Dogs play a zone, Joe?
Not a lot, and I should say very little. They're a man-to-man team for one reason. You know, physically, athletically, that's their best defense.
But even okay, so Shane for the 3, it doesn't fall, and Moss with the rebound. Quickly gets it up top and rolls it in with his fingers for 2.
I just don't think zone fits the personality at Portland High. You know what I mean? It's a blue-collar school, and these kids like to play hard, and I think the best defense for them is to play man.
That's the first Portland turnover tonight.
Although they do play 2-3 out of bounds, what they just did.
Well, the other thing they do is they shift really well, don't they, into a double?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, they get what's called getting to help.
So Leighton Bickford for 2.
Yeah, Sanford doing a good job, just taking care of the basketball, being very patient, playing 3 out, 2 in.
Two minutes into the first quarter, 6 minutes left. 2-2 is the score here.
Sanford also playing man-to-man.
Manny Yugu, what you need, especially if you don't have Simon Chadbourne out there. But, you know, as time and time again, a Portland player has answered with a 3. This time, Leighton Bickford answers. He's got 5. He leads all scorers early. His brother Carson Bickford is on the team as well, and he's had a couple of good games, including the first game, which he was in double figures for the Spartans. Another turnover, so for Pedro's foot. 2-0 in turnovers right now. Hilton over to Shane, gets the cutter inside. Romano. Back out Shane for 3. This time it doesn't fall, but Leighton Bickford gets the rebound. Doesn't fall that time, and Fonseca gets the rebound. His second of the game. Here's Moss pushing it up. It's 5-4. Portland in the lead. And that's going to be off of Manny's foot. So the third turnover of the evening here. Quinn Clark, number 10, is going to check in for the Dogs. Pedro's going to take a break. So here we are, cross court. Romano goes in hard, stuffed by the rim. Bickford saves it, and it goes out. So 5-4, 4.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Relative heat wave here tonight as it's about 33 degrees outside after minus 11. Here's Hugo cutting in. He's got over Romano in the high off the glass. Doesn't fall, but he gets his own rebound, and he feeds Ballou, who is fouled.
Good extra pass.
Trey Ballou with 2 with the line shoot 1.
Shane.
Spartan foul with 20. Ethan Shane, his first, team first.
Gets the foul here, so Ballou now with a chance to make it the 3-point play. Put the Dogs up by an even half at 8-4. And he does. Leads the Dogs with 3 right now. We're tied actually with Manny Yugu. Back and forth. Quickly breaking the press. And the 3 is nailed by Lantain. And it's 8-7, a 1-point Dogs lead.
You know, the other night in Auburn, I thought Trey had his best game. Just physically, he was able to control the paint a little bit during few minutes in that game, but offensively, I thought he did a great job of getting 2 feet down and just making those putbacks that he's missed a few times over the last couple games.
Yeah, there's a nice play, though, right there. Romano to Lantain for 2. Quinn Clark at the last basket drove up the middle. It's 10-9. Tehran now triple teamed at one point, and we have a travel. 4th Portland turnover, very uncharacteristically here. I believe, I don't know how you're counting it, but I've got Portland at 4 and the Spartans at none. 3.5 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Portland was in 2-2-1.
No shot clock here in Portland in high school basketball. In and out for Romano, and Manny's going to get a foul. Shane is going to be shooting 2. Nope.
I mean, this is exactly what Coach Russo was concerned about to start this game. Not a ton of energy from the Dogs. Sanford's really outworking them right now and making shots.
10-9 is the score here. Shane has a chance to tie and have the Spartans go in the lead. His first point of the game. Spartans spreading it out. 3 players scoring so far. Shane buries both, and it's an 11-10 Sanford lead here with 3:15 left in the first quarter. Clark, the general here, over to Griffin Foley. Manny Hugo up and in. Well, you mentioned that the Dogs are going to have to see something from, look at that. The Dogs are going to have to see something from some other players tonight, and sure enough, Manny Hugo has stepped up. Key is for them to get the shots off, and Ballou skies to get that rebound. The missed shot of Hilton. Oh, what a beautiful shot! What an angle! Griffin Foley for 2. 14-11, Dogs in front. 2.5 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Nice to see Griffin get off to a good start. I thought he really struggled the other night, both offensively and defensively. Ended up fouling out.
Spartans have a couple of substitutions right now. As number 5, John Garnsey will check in, and number 13, Mike Lunny. And Romano and Hilton will take a break. Leighton Bickford thinks better of it, almost throws it away, and he does. So that is a Sanford turnover. By my count, 4-1. Sanford does. So we have a timeout Sanford here. 30-second timeout. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first quarter. The Dogs are up by 3, 14-11. Little action from the Sanford band here tonight. Nice contingent. Rooting on the Spartans, who are going to take the floor here after a timeout. See what Coach Ryan Martin has in mind. Their assistants are Jake Mills, Ryan Kamiri. Gordy Sauls is the athletic director, who's given us some prime real estate here at the top of the stands at center court to bring you this game.
Sanford in full court, man.
Ooh, what hang time for Tehran Moss for 2. The feed from Griffin Foley.
Nice little set by Coach Russo to come out of the timeout. 2-2-1.
Here we go in the corner here. Total ball there, but a nice effort there by Mike Lunny, who got an offensive rebound. And he'll take the ball out now. You can see that Sanford is trying to set up to get those threes. Very little work inside the paint here.
Paul sticking with his zone, 2-3.
Here we go, though, inside. Oh, Lunny. Looked like there might have been steps, but... Bickford has 7 points here, leads all scorers right now. With just under a minute left here. 16-13 in the first quarter, Dogs in front. And Hugo loses the handle. Bickford working hard inside. Well, Leighton Bickford has come to play tonight, folks. 9 points already. Before the shot, we have a foul. A block. Looks like it's going to be on, we'll see if it's on Lantain. Yes, it is. C.J. Lantain.
Starting fouls on number 3, C.J. Lantain. His first.
Lantain and now number 24, Lino Ben, will check in for Trey Ballou. They don't give up any height on that, as both players are 6'5". Teron for 3, and he doesn't hit it, but Griffin Foley is right there. He doesn't hit it either.
Yeah, Coach Russo was not happy with Trey that last possession, allowing them, Sanford, to get a deep paint catch and score on that post move.
Banked home by Lantain for 2. It's 17-16. It's a 1-point lead. Oh, my goodness. Not sure whether it would have countered or not, but have ended the first quarter. Sanford's in front, 17-16. So the Dogs are going to have possession here, Joe, coming into the second quarter. I don't know, not so sure that we expected a Spartan lead, though.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we talked about it in the pregame. Poland struggling from the floor. Sanford's making all the shots.
Teron fighting hard in the paint. Nothing doing. So the Spartans bring in Lunny, and he quickly gets 3 rebounds for them. That's Carson Bickford, Leighton's brother, in the game here as well tonight. Here's Shane from the corner. At least we think it's his brother. Griffin Foley with the rebound. Ben inside. Fights hard, doesn't get it though, as Leighton Bickford gets the rebound. Ball handler here is Carson Bickford, over to Shane, inside to Leighton Bickford, covered by Fonseca. Nice spin move. And Moss with some great defense. He'll be shooting 2 here, as Carson Bickford will catch the foul there.
Teron's such a tough cover playing him man-to-man, just because he handles the ball so well, and he changes speeds and directions with the best of them.
Carson Bickford, his first, team third.
Played varsity since his first year, started some of those games. Now in his last year, Gatorade Basketball Player of the Year for Maine last year.
Yeah. Like I said the other night, I think he's arguably one of the best to wear the blue and white and play the point guard position. So it's his 5th point. He ties it. He now has a chance to put the Dogs in the lead by 1. And he does. So it's 18-17, minute into the second quarter. Pulling full court man. Ooh. Little collision there as Shane puts it home for 2. His 4th point of the game. Hugo. Underneath and over to Griffin Foley. Floats it up. Rebound will come to Garnsey, John Garnsey. Oh my gosh, an athletic move. Going to be shooting 2. Let's see if that's on Lino. And it is. Lino Ben will...
John Garnsey over the line to shoot 2.
have his first foul of the game. John Garnsey will be shooting 2. Kind of a seesaw game here, 19-18 right now. Spartans in front. Make it 20-18 as Matt Romano and CJ Lentane come back in.
I mean, at this point last week against EL, similar score, similar pace of the game. EL was controlling the tempo, and then Simon Chamberlain came on. So tonight I'm looking for that. Who's going to take over tonight? You know, unfortunately Simon's in street clothes tonight, so I'm looking for whoever one of these guards to take over and make the difference.
Griffin Foley, polite as can be. Excuse me, wait for you. Okay, now I'm going up.
Yeah, he's got maybe the best touch on the team. Great hands, good feel for the game.
Nice steal there by Manny Yugu.
And there's their best on-ball defender, Manny.
Well, Moss came to play tonight.
Yeah, so that's what Sanford's got to look out for. Too many turnovers in a short period of time.
Spartan foul on number 13.
It's Mike Lunny,
His first.
who gets the foul there for Sanford. 5:49 left here in the half. 22-21 is the score, and Tehran with a chance to make it a 3-point play. The old-fashioned way. And he hits from the charity stripe. He's at 9 points. Leading all scorers with Leighton Bickford. Tied, I should say. And here we are.
Like to see Portland playing man-to-man. They tried 2-2-1 earlier, and Sanford had some easy baskets. Just way too much open space.
What an athletic move by Trey Ballou to not travel and not go out of bounds. And from way downtown, Griffin Foley hits a 3. Well, we know who's going to step up. Going to be people like Griffin Foley. 26-21 is the score. Only the second 3 of the game here for the Dogs. A steal. Fonseca with the ball. Reverse by Tehran. Switches hands, and there's going to be a timeout here. So 28-21 is the score. The Spartans will take a timeout. The Dogs are in front. Here we go, folks. Matt Romano will inbound the ball.
Great idea by Coach Martin, having a big bringing up instead of having his guards get sped up by some of these Portland guards.
Oh, what great hands by Pedro Fonseca. One more turnover, and I believe these teams will be tied at 5. 4.5 minutes left here now in the first half. 28-21. Ballou underneath. Oh, but Fonseca on a follow, and it doesn't make it either. Leighton Bickford instead. Ballou actually posting up there, but there's a steal. Shane comes up with it.
Manny just pushing the tempo a little too much there on the offensive end. Sanford continues to make big shots and hang around. One possession game with 3:40 to go.
We're going to have a timeout, Portland. We'll be back here in a moment. Folks, we're back here as the Dogs have a precarious 2-point lead, 28-26. Sanford on a 5-point run here. 3.5 minutes left in the half. Yugu from the corner to hit the 3. Here with Joe Johnson tonight on WPPS TV3 Sports. Frank Myatt, track coach, has a track meet tonight for Deering. Oh, what a move!
Yeah, I love the big fella. He's giving Portland a really hard time. Wow, what a pass.
Griffin Foley for 2.
Quarterback to receiver.
And I got to tell you, I missed it. I just looked down for half a second.
Thought we were at Fitzy for a minute.
Yeah. Ballou on the rebound. It bounces out to him. Here comes Hugo up top here. Stops and doesn't hit, but good hands by Ballou, and he muscles it in.
Trey Ballou for 2.
Here's Shane. He's got Bickford. And Bickford is going to be fouled, and it's going to fall. Very fun player to watch, Leighton Bickford.
Yeah, right now Poland doesn't have an answer for him. Maybe here he comes.
Hitting the Bulldogs number 14, Benjamin Fisher.
So Ben Fisher now. Ron. Oh.
Their best rebounder, Pedro. He's got to put a body on him every time. He's going to kill you on the glass.
You know, I just have to say sometimes I see some of this. I watch this young Leighton Bickford, this sophomore, and then we come over to the other side and we see this athleticism tonight by Trey Ballou, by Pedro Fonseca, Tehran as usual. Manny Yugu comes in and does what he does, and it's really entertainment for us.
Yeah, I think in the last 10 years the game has really changed, and the biggest piece for me, the biggest part is athletically. And from a mechanical standard, a fundamental standard, the dribble is what's changed the game. Kids, everybody can handle the ball.
You're right, including the big guys, right? Which is something that's
correct.
I don't know whether Magic Johnson was the prototype for that, right? The 6'5" guard. There's a steal by Manny, and he's going to go up, and oh my goodness, swing it in.
But contrary to that, Bickford has done a nice job playing back to the basket. You know, he's almost like your old school big man.
Oh, Romano is blocked by Fisher, according to the referee, Mr. Burnell.
Yeah, good call by Paul. Toughest call in the game, block charge. But that was the right call.
Matt Romano at the line shooting 2.
Matt Romano will be at the charity stripe here. The Dogs have a 9-point lead, 39-30, with 1:50 left in the first half.
Yeah, anxious to see what Coach Martin's got up his sleeve with 2 minutes to go in the half. Very important part. Hang around and give his kids some confidence going into the half.
Romano doesn't hit those. Downtown, Tehran, not tonight. The rebound will come to Miles Hilton, the starter, who is now back in after sitting for a little bit. In the paint, no good. Pedro once again is at least his 6th rebound. Here's Griffin. And there you go.
He's the best mid-range player on this team.
He hits double figures. He's got 11 now. Minute left in the first half. It's going to be over everything. And, of course, Miles Hilton wanted a foul there, but it wasn't called. And 41-30 is the score. The Dogs now have an 11-point lead, but it doesn't seem like a typical Dogs 11-point lead. They've had to work pretty hard to get there.
Correct, yeah. Sanford's done a good job just staying in front of these guys, handling the basketball. There was a couple minutes there earlier in the quarter where they turned it over, but Coach Martin did a great job calling an early timeout.
So 30 seconds left here, and looks like the Dogs might be playing for the last shot, but maybe not. I'm just trying to get it to Tehran. And he hits. So he'll be shooting 1, as the foul will be on C.J. Lantane, number 2 for him.
Teron Moss for 2.
Yeah, tough cover for number 3, C.J. Before Teron caught that ball, he was face guarding him, got caught in a screen, and then Teron does what he does, got to the rim.
It's a 13-point dog lead right now, 43-30, 24.7 seconds left in the half as Teron makes it a 3-pointer. Well into double figures here. Teron Moss. That's Hilton. Over to Lantane. A real post up there for Bickford.
Great feet. Great move by the big fella.
So he hits at the buzzer to make it a 12-point lead for the Dogs now at 44-32. And we'll bring you some halftime highlights in a moment. So at halftime, Joe, the Dogs do have a 44-32 lead. Tonight, the Spartans have been led by, in fact, all scorers are led by Leighton Bickford with 15 here at the half. Next one up is C.J. Lantane with 7. He's got a 3-pointer tonight. Matt Romano has a 3 as well for the Spartans. On the other hand, the Dogs have spread it out as they already have 3 players in double figures. They have Teron at 14, Griffin Foley at 11, and Manny Yugu at 10. This game didn't start out so great.
Right, exactly. We talked about in the pregame, you know, it's a trap game. You know, the Dogs aren't as excited as they were in Auburn at EL. I thought the Spartans did a great job against Portland's early pressure. They tried to go 2-2-1, and their rotations weren't the best, and Sanford was able to get easy buckets. Then Portland went man-to-man, turned them over a few times in the second quarter to kind of increase this lead. But the difference in the game, the reason why Sanford's able to hang around is for that young sophomore. He's an old school post player, great to see, good footwork, and Portland's got to figure out what to do with him in the second half. They got to be able to get in front of him and make other people beat them.
Folks, we'll see if Portland's defensive specialists have an answer for Leighton Bickford. We'll bring you second half action in a moment. Here we go, folks. Second half action here as the Dogs have a 12-point lead. 44-32. Spartans will have the ball. Heading the other way now.
Portland in their traditional man-to-man.
Had an opportunity at halftime to talk to Ethan Shane's family. And his brother Alex is here today. And his brother Alex was a full boat football player for Assumption after playing, having a stellar career here. And
Miles up at the line, shooting 2. Bulldog foul, number 23, Trey Blue. His second.
So Blue will have his second foul, and Hilton will be at the line.
I'd like to see Trey match number 15's intensity tonight, or this half.
Well, you have said that somebody needs to stand up here and defend him, and if Coach Russo has him doing that, then that's exactly what is on his mind as well. As Baloo comes down with the rebound. Single roll.
Nice secondary set. Come out of the timeout. Come out of the half, I mean.
Yeah, and a turnover. Here's Teron, not on tonight, but Baloo underneath. Oh, goodness gracious. He is coming on strong.
I think he got talking to at halftime.
Trey Blue for 2, he'll be at the line shooting 1. Start foul number 15, Leighton Bickford.
Only Bickford's first foul, so he does it well, and he does it without fouling. So 7-11 left in the third quarter. I could use a big gulp about right now. Blue makes it a 3. Turnover. Manny up and in. On the scoop. So we're going to have a timeout Sanford here with not even a minute into the third quarter. 51-33 is the score. Dogs in front. So here we go. We noted that Griffin Foley is nursing a sore ankle.
Yeah, that was unfortunate to see him limp off the floor. Not only obviously does he score for Portland, but just chemistry-wise between him and Tehran, they've played together for so long. And for him not to have 20 next to him on the floor could cause some problems for Portland.
So Sanford now has 8 turnovers to the Dogs' 7. Or 6, actually.
Nice
Here's
look.
Blue underneath. Oh, nice pass. Trap is on.
Sanford's got to settle down. This is going to be over real quick.
Well, Portland has come out with some renewed intensity.
I mean, really the first time they've had some continuity on offense.
Quinn Clark is in. Leighton Bickford with the rebound. Goodness. Lantain with the rebound. Inside. Fonseca. Cross court to Manny. Manny for 3. Doesn't hit it. Instead, Shane will get the rebound. Quickly pushes it up. In the corner, but over everything is Lantain. Tehran now coming down. And hits it. Oh. Number 3, Lantain was hit by, got a finger there from Tehran, no call. Bickford, oh, what a move.
Yeah.
Kind of a turnaround hook there.
It's kind of a lost art in this game. You don't see many kids be able to play back to the basket and have great footwork like he does.
53-35 is the score, the Dogs in front. Just under 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Manny. Boy, he knows how to find that open lane, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does a great job of just getting his hips down. I mean, the game is played down low, and some of the best players figure that out early in their career.
Nice steal there. Around the horn. Quinn Clark fights to get it inside to Ballou, who does his own little version of a turnaround there and in.
It's been nice to see these guys the last couple of weeks and just falling in love with some of their moves. Trey loves to go middle and loves to get 2 feet down.
Well, and he's got 7 points in the third quarter. So he's been a very important player here for the Dogs. And here's Pedro going coast to coast. And he's going to be fouled, I believe, by Ethan Shane. Shooting 2.
22-point lead, 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Big part of the game for the Spartans.
Griffin Foley checking back in as Quinn Clark will take a break, and that's nice to see. Number 13, Mike Lunny, is in for the Spartans. He's actually leading them in rebounds tonight with about 4. John Garnsey also checks in, number 5, for the Spartans. Pedro misses both ends of that, and Leighton Bickford will get the rebound, his 5th. Quickly out. Lantain up, no good. Hugo with the rebound. Gets his own and is fouled.
He's fun to watch.
So the foul is going to be on Mike Lunny, his second.
Maybe you get the line shoot too. Spartan foul number 13, Mike Lunny, his second, team third.
Been very impressed with Sanford, though. You can tell they're young. They don't have a ton of experience with their players, and you know, obviously Ryan played at a high level, but he's done a nice job with this group tonight.
Number 2, Griffin Buckley is in for the Dogs now, and number 14, Ben Fisher. So without Simon Chadbourne in, we're going to see some other names, I believe, and the Dogs have a very, very deep bench, Joe.
Yeah, they've played, I believe, 9 guys tonight. You know, Coach Russo's, in the last few weeks, been figuring out who he's going to be able to use down the stretch. I believe they have 10 games left. He's starting to think of that playoff run in February and March.
Manny Ugo, poetry in motion. About the 10th turnover now for the Spartans, and that's going to be a foul on Moss. His first. Kind of got caught up there a little bit with Bickford, and got the foul, and now Quinn Clark will check in for Manny Ugo. Manny has been working very, very hard tonight, and he has 6 points here in the third quarter, second only to Trey Ballou with 7. Just under 3 minutes here in the third. 59-35 is the score. Bickford fights hard, but Moss wanted that.
I mean, good things happen when he touches the ball for Sanford. Number 15, as well as number 4 for Portland.
Griffin Foley, he makes it look effortless. It's like just the one leg up.
Nice to see Griff bounce back.
2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. 61-35 is the score. Bickford working in hard against Ben Fisher, who's going to foul him, and he's going to get 2 shots because of it. His second foul of the night. But Bickford doing, coming in and doing a job here, not making it easy for Bickford.
Yeah, I like his game a lot. I mean, he's so young too. It's nice to see him be, so powerful inside at such a young age. I mean, he's only going to fill out and become more athletic in the next couple of years.
Folks, we have 2 more years to watch Leighton Bickford on Channel 3, as Portland will be playing Sanford, we assume, each year. And most teams make the playoffs. I mean, not every team. But in football, it's every team but one in the conference.
I think basketball is pretty close.
Clock. Oh, no look pass to Ben Fisher. And a jump ball, but that was really a tremendous pass by Quinn Clark. No look.
Yeah, I really liked what Coach has done in the last couple of weeks. If you've noticed, Teron has played the 2, and he's let Quinn play the point guard position a little bit.
Well, we have a travel.
Tough call for Ben.
So 1:44 left here in the third quarter. 61-37 is the score. The Dogs are in front here in Sanford. And there's a turnover. Griffin Foley right there. Slows it down. Teron for 3 from an NBA 3. (64-37). And another turnover. Quinn Clark. Great athlete. Buckley. In and out.
Good time in the game. See Buckley, Ben Fisher. Figure out if they're ready for the next few weeks.
1 minute in the third quarter, 64-37. There's Tehran again. He felt it. Didn't fall that time, though, and Bickford with the rebound. Ooh, Lunny. Looked like steps. But
yeah, jump stop pivot. Not legal.
Ooh. Yeah, that was a before the pass there. That was a.
I mean, did you see that
off-ball foul?
He's obviously got somebody that's working with him, Coach Martin or someone in his family. I mean, he sensed Tehran fronting him, and he got him up the line, and they were able to throw that lob to him.
Nice shot for John Garnsey for 3, his 5th point of the game. It's 64-40. It's a 24-point Portland lead with 22 seconds left in the quarter. Griffin Buckley over to Quinn Clark. Foley for 3. Not that time, but he gets his own rebound and follows, and he's in for 2. Oh, my goodness.
Nice secondary set to finish the quarter.
It's 66-40. We'll bring you fourth quarter action in a moment. Fourth quarter action now, folks, here from the Sanford Spartan Gymnasium. It's actually Sanford Memorial Gymnasium. Let's see. They'll have a foul here on Manny.
So right now, down 26. Sanford just wants to make themselves better for down the road. You know, Coach Martin understands it's going to be tough for them to come back in this one, but they want to have solid possessions and just keep pulling in front of them on the defensive end.
And folks, that's going to be a foul on Trey Ballou. That's his 3rd of the game. That was a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
To be passing into.
Should have been a bounce pass, kind of like that one.
Yeah, and Tehran had a great pass there, but Buckley couldn't convert. That's going to be goaltending.
Tehran gets off his feet pretty good for a little guy.
Oh, what a pass! And that's why Tehran Moss is a quarterback.
Yep. I mean, to me, it's just his vision. I mean, the reason why people are thinking about him going to play at the next level and not having to pay, having a scholarship, is because of his vision. And he's going to be very successful if he continues to make that 3. That's going to separate him from the good and the bad.
And Ballou makes his own 3-pointer there, as checking in now will be Ethan Shane for the Spartans, and C.J. Lantain will take a break. Going in hard is Bickford. Tehran from the corner. Does not hit, and Lunny with the rebound. For 3. Ballou. Really crashing those boards tonight. He's got 6 already. Bickford has 8. Boom.
Nice block by Trey.
The Bulldogs, number 24, Leo Ben.
Buckley will take a seat here. Plays football as well for the Dogs. 69-44 is the score. 6:11 left in this contest. Number 11 is Jordan Giroux. And number 15 with an uncharacteristic turnover.
Yeah, good call by Mr. Burnell.
Teron can just switch hands, gets it over to Ben, who thought probably for a moment about what he can do, which is to dunk. Well, that almost looked like it was not traveling to any player, but Shane got a hold of it. He one-armed it and caught it. Turnover. Ballou, right there. That's Sanford's about 14th turnover here. Oop, that's a travel. Dogs have about 9.
Number 21, Xavier Dean, and number 23, Matt Romano.
So we have some wholesale changes here for the Spartans. You might have heard the Sanford announcer here. No Peter Gribben, but he's very good.
Yes.
Because nobody is Peter Gribben.
Hall of Famer, Peter Gribben.
In the corner is Shane. It doesn't fall. Romano with the rebound, and that doesn't fall. And Ballou has the ball. Tried to bank it home. Actually, going to be Portland ball. A nice effort there by Carson Bickford. 4.5 minutes left, folks. 71-44 is the score. A little too far there.
Griffin's been off tonight from the 3.
Yeah, that's a nice no-look pass over to Shane. So Bickford really can do it all. Only Shane's second point here in the second half. Got 6 overall tonight. That had the crowd practically
2 feet, great move.
Euphoric over that almost turnover by Trey Ballou, who recovers and scores a basket instead. Boy, Trey Ballou is having a game tonight.
He is. The last few minutes, I liked what he's done against LaMontagne, challenging his post-ups.
Yeah, he's going to come out right now and be replaced by Ben Fisher. Pedro Fonseca is going to come back in for somebody. I would think either, well, I don't know who. I just don't know. That's one of the things that makes, I think, Coach Russo so special, is his ability to...
Yeah, you never know what he's got up his sleeve.
Right, to move it around a little bit. Levine stepped on the line.
Well, especially this week. I mean, I believe they go today, and Thursday and Saturday, right? 3 games?
That's right. And in fact, folks, on WPPS, we're going to bring you a doubleheader. We're going to do the girls' game and the boys' game from the Expo, as South Portland will be coming in. And again, it's not often that this happens, but they're playing in that venue. There you go, Ben Fisher for 2.
Great pass, grid slip by Ben.
Levine to Bickford. Levine skies for that rebound. Looked like he put it down one too many, maybe not. And number 4 is Carson Bickford. So Levine gets 2 quick rebounds. 75-48 is the score. 2:45 left. Pedro all alone in the corner. Doesn't fall, but Ben Fisher, and he tries to feed Pedro following. Open underneath, and slapping it home is Lantain for 2. It's a 25-point dog lead with 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. 75-50. Manny for 3.
Manny for 3.
His third 3 of the game.
Yeah, I just don't know what teams are going to do when Manny and Pedro.
Here comes Lino Ben.
Continue to make those threes.
This is an athletic young man as well. We have a timeout, Sanford. It's 80-50. It's a 30-point Portland lead with 1:56 left in this contest. The band just played Star Wars as Lantain will inbound the ball here to number 4, Carson Bickford.
Have you seen the new movie?
I have indeed.
Oh,
with my
awesome.
3 sons. It's tremendous.
Oh, my 2 brothers and my 2 boys. One of the best.
22 from the corner was Bobby Dotson, who's in the game. Robbie Dotson. Lino Ben with the rebound. Call up blue ball there. It's interesting. Lino Ben is a senior. Pedro works it inside there for 2. Last minute of play here tonight.
A lot of respect for Sanford. They've done some nice things, like what Coach Martin's got installed for the future.
Oh, it looked like Lenny drew the foul there, but no call.
Good no call at this point in the game.
Yeah, good point. Instead, Lenny will just, he tried to throw Clark down, but Lenny will just go in and score instead. Have a turnover. And a nice basket there by Carson Bickford, his 4th of the game. 14 seconds left. Here's Griffin Buckley bringing it over. Clark for 3. Levine. That's going to be the end of the game here, folks. 82-54 is the score. The Bulldogs are victorious. Joe and I will be back to wrap up in 1 moment. So, Joe, the Bulldogs down by 1 point after the first quarter, up by 12 at halftime, and then win by 28, 82-54. What a game tonight.
Yeah, it was nice to see. Poland, again, trap game. We talked about it earlier. But I think Coach had some conversations at the end of the quarter, at the halftime. It was interesting to see. Coach is under the weather, but Coach G ran the show. Joel Rogers, Carmine Rumo, they all stepped up. We talked about Simon Chadbourne being on the bench, not in uniform. So Pedro, Manny, Trey, they all got it done and put some points on the board. A lot of respect for the Sanford Spartans. Coach Martin, first-year coach, did a nice job tonight. Obviously, their big man inside. I was really impressed with him. He's only a sophomore, really bright future ahead of him. So again, a lot of respect for them. He's got a bright future here in Sanford.
Folks, talking about the Bulldogs getting it done, 4 players in double figures tonight, Trey Ballou and Griffin Foley, 17 apiece, Teron Moss and Manny Ugu, 19 apiece, and all scores were led tonight by Leighton Bickford, 23 for Sanford. He's a fun player to watch.
He is. You know, he's your old school post-up player. You don't see that a lot. It's a guard-heavy game now, from the youth all the way to the NBA. So for him to be able to play back to the basket, have great feet, you know, being physical inside, that was fun to see.
Next up for Sanford was number 3, C.J. Lantain with 9 points. Looking at other aspects of play tonight, of course, the Dogs again firing on all cylinders. Great defense tonight. Tremendous rebounds here tonight by Trey Ballou and Pedro Fonseca, really stepping up and coming up with about 8 rebounds apiece.
Yeah, you know, and the biggest part of their game now, if they can start making those threes, you know, again, like I said during the game, what are our teams going to do? You know, how are they going to defend Portland when they're making the threes? You know, the biggest thing with them in the last few years, you want to limit their layups. But now, you know, you're trying to pack it in the paint. But then if they can make that 20-footer, you know, a lot of teams are in trouble moving forward.
The Dogs had 5 threes tonight, 1 from Teron Moss and 1 from Griffin Foley, but 3 from Manny Ugu. And as you said at the beginning, people like Manny Ugu are going to have to step up. If somebody like Simon Chadbourne's not playing, that's exactly what they did, Joe.
Yep, exactly. You know, this time of year, coach is going to try and figure out who's ready for the next few weeks. You know, they're moving forward. Other teams are moving forward. They're getting ready for February. They're getting ready for the Civic Center. So he's going to find out, you know, in the end, he's really going to play 8 to 7 kids. So who's in that top 8? That's what he's trying to find out right now.
And we'll see what happens as we bring you South Portland Red Riots coming into the Expo for the next game. The Dogs go to 8-0 tonight. This is Steve Schwartz along with Joe Johnson for Frank Myatt and Frank Healy on camera, WPPS TV3 Sports, saying so long from Sanford, where tonight the Dogs are once again victorious. Good night.